Hi YouTube, and this is JTrain997, and I'm back this time with my review of the Marvel Select Juggernaut. Now, Juggernaut is a massive, massive figure here in the packaging. He just looks incredible already. He does not come with any accessories. The only thing he comes with is one of those little cardboard backings instead of a base, which I really find unfortunate. Much like the Magneto that just came out, I thought he could have really benefited from having like part of the destroyed school, and they could have all like maybe fit together. But oh well. He still looks like an amazing figure. You can see some box art of Juggernaut over here on the side. Some really rather plain box art, but oh well. On the back of the packaging here, his read-up says, "Sculpted by Gentle Giant, the unstoppable Juggernaut is one of the most powerful men to walk the earth unhindered. Literally. When Cain Marko states that nothing stops the Juggernaut, he's not kidding. Finding a mystical ruby in a lost temple in Korea, U.S. Army soldier Cain Marko read aloud the inscription on the gem. Whoever touches this gem shall be granted the power of the Crimson Band of Sitorak. Henceforth, you who read these words shall become forevermore a human Juggernaut." Charles Xavier's half-brother became an unstoppable force soon after joining Magneto in the fight against the X-Men and anyone else that dare stand in their way. Over here you've got a picture of Deadpool and Cyclops also available. Down here the variant head, which was just him unmasked, which probably the one thing I like least about the Marvel Selects is their choice in variants, because it's always just a very slightly tweaked head, and it's usually just the head unmasked. I mean, on this guy, easily the helmet could have been removable, I can already tell, but oh well. This figure still looks great. Let's pull this bad boy out of the packaging. And here we have Juggernaut out of packaging, and man, is this guy awesome. But you might be wondering, where's his base? Or his little cardboard display? Why, it's back here, completely overshadowed by him. And pretty much pointless. Really, you're wasting your money giving me these things. But here, there's like a little ruined street, city street. There's a skull, a police car, etc. Here, there's just some random explosion in the middle of nowhere. And whoops! Throwing it in a pile and never using it again. So, getting a quick 360 of this guy. He is just an awesomely big figure. Real quick, let's get some size comparisons. And I'm just going to do with what I have on hand here. Here he is compared to the recently released 2-pack Deadpool. As you can see there. We'll throw Deadpool back here off to the side. And from some other lines, the Riddler from the DC Universe Classic Series 16. So as you can tell, just an incredibly massive figure. And one last one, Magneto from the same line, recently released. As you can see, the base I was talking about. And the base is actually what's giving Magneto most of his height. But even so, Juggernaut is still clearly a much bigger figure. And we'll get Magneto out of here. So, I was worried when I wasn't worried. I kind of knew what I was expecting. As seen with the Hulk, the Abomination, and the Thing figures released previously, these things really suffer as far as articulation when they go over such a big scale. However, I was really pleasantly surprised with Juggernaut, especially on the arms. His arms can do a full 360. They go out to about here, spin completely at the bicep, bend at the elbow, and no real wrist articulation, it would seem. Same for both arms. The helmet does a full 360. You can kind of see if you look in here at an angle, which I don't think you'll be able to tell on the camera. But there is a whole head sculpt in there, unlike the Marvel Universe Juggernaut where they just gave us, the front of a face tacked onto the helmet. Really, guys, it would not have killed you to make this helmet removable. I wouldn't have even removed it, but that's not the point. Now down here, his abdomen articulation, a little stiff, but it can do some left and right. No torso articulation to speak of. His legs go out and spin. Knees have a surprising amount of articulation. And his ankles have this crazy kind of joint. It's almost like a sliding joint, as you can see there. I mean, I think that's my first experience with a joint like that, as far as figures, but now let's go on to the detail, which yet again, another area this figure shines. Again, pose down here, pick the camera up. You can see they absolutely nailed that face sculpt, and I'm really impressed with the armor. Right down to the rivets on his helmet. I mean, everything's got some nice detail. The cuffs on his arm looked all scratched and dinged up and have a very nice shading to them. All down here. Even the bottom of his feet have some surprisingly nice detail. See, like there's some stains in there, like the treads have been, you know, getting some serious damage. The boots are really nice. And the armor, this detail continues all around the figure. So, panning back out. Marvel Selects are running you roughly about $20 in your local comic shop. Offline a tiny bit more. Hands down, if you're an X-Men fan, a Juggernaut fan, a fan of action figures in general, Juggernaut is an absolute must-own. Now, I don't actually have the Juggernaut released from the previous Marvel Legends line. I have the Spider-Man one somewhere, I just don't know what I did with him, and I have the Universe one, but no comparison. An absolutely amazing figure. Must own. $20 is a steal, and I'm sure in the future he'll be far, far more than that. So, go out, pick him up, and this is JTrain997 saying I'll see you soon, YouTube.